right, so welcome everyone to the Soul Station for Session 2, Lesson 3 on the subject of hate for a spiritual perspective with the spiritual bee. So what we're going to do for this session, we're going to start out with the blackboard. And as you recall, it's been a while. I've experienced some death in the family, and I'm just now getting back for your monthly reports. But I left you with an assignment to decipher in your own words what the meaning of hate is. What does it comprise of? So before we go into some scriptures, we're going to kind of jot down because, as I said before, we're trying to come up with a backronym, which I think means like turning a word. It's like giving it an acronym, making a word an acronym, but it's a backronym, right? So it's going to actually turn into a type of phrase, okay? So we're dealing with the subject of hate, okay? If you recall all of those scriptures from session 2, lesson 1, and lesson 2, we talked about the loose side of things, which is the love of us, which we're given a lot of order, it was like, don't hate your brother, how to treat your neighbor, and what hate does, and what God hates on the guilt side. God is love, guilt side of hate, and the orders of how to treat your brethren. It talked about how haters sow discord amongst the brethren, and how God hates people who cause discord and dissembles relationships out of attitude. It also talked about hidden hate, which was like the most dangerous hate, and how the Most High has a problem with that. So, as a teacher of sorts, I have learned that people live better when they can define things for themselves and not just go on how they've been taught, because many of us have been taught wrong, and we can't fault the past because they only gave us what they thought was right, okay? And we know that when it comes to hate, it deals with a lot of hostility, right? It deals with hostility, at least as far as I'm concerned, okay? It has a type of angst. It has a type of attitude attached to it, right? All right. And with T, it was not a lot, but we can deal with like turmoil, okay? Tumultuous behavior. This is the kind of assignment that I am giving you. You have to come up with your own thing. We may meet up in the middle, we may have some differences, but I am sure that once you define it for yourself, you can live up to your own expectations, okay? And when it comes to E, what I have found is that when it comes to hate, people feel entitled, okay? What do you mean by that? Okay, so nobody knows hate more than, say, melanated people, brown people, the black people, those enslaved, okay? We know hate like nobody else. But when you think about hate, not only is it an attitude which has been given to someone, just like you have to learn love, in my perspective, you have to learn hate. But it comes out of a type of entitlement, okay? And for many of us in the past, our ancestors had to deal with the hate because other people felt they were more entitled to the jobs, okay? Some people hate you because they feel like they're entitled to a position, okay? They're entitled to the spotlight, not knowing the backdrop oftentimes of why you're in that position, because man is not the only being that can promote you. God can promote you in ways that nobody will ever understand. And people wonder, how did you get there to why you're there? Because God says you're the best fit for that position. So hate can come out of a lot of things. But again, in my perspective, hate is a taught attitude. So at the end of the day, we need to come up with a backronym for ourselves, okay, of describing or giving a meaning to this unfortunate behavior, okay? So what I want to do at this point is just turn to a few scriptures for us to understand hate a little bit better, but we're going to be coming from the cool gel side of hate, which is the center of our love. Jesus is love. And we're going to look at some different perspectives about hate that may be kind of shocking to you, but it is totally in line with life today. So let's grab our Bibles, our highlighters, our pencils, our paper, whatever we need in order to get these scripts, and let's see what the Bible has to say in regards to this subject. All right, so if you are ready, I'm going to start with the Gill order. We're going to go to the Old Testament, and we're going to begin with Proverbs 8 and 13. So I may be a little sketchy because I got my notes everywhere, and like I said, I've been having a very busy week. We had a great loss in our family, and now I'm trying to get back on track with you. So Proverbs 8 and 13. Proverbs 8 and 13. And as you're looking for that, I'm going to go ahead and read. You can jot this down. You can read it later. It's a great subject of study that should be attended to. It says in verse 13, the fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy, and the evil way. And the forward mouth do I hate. What is a forward mouth? A hypocrite, somebody that says one thing and does another. Okay, so I think I mentioned this before in the last session. I was like, everybody hates a hypocrite, but sometimes you need to check yourself and see if you are also a hypocrite. Sometimes we judge others and we find out that in some other shape, form, and fashion, you may be just as guilty. Okay, so when it comes to hate, God said he hates evil. He hates pride. He hates arrogancy. And I can understand that, because someone is full of pride. It's like it's no room for change. The ego's in the way, just as well as arrogancy. Someone that knows everything. They got all the answers. Arrogancy. There's no room to learn. You're not a student. And you have to understand God is the master of master teachers. So if he can't teach you nothing, you're no good. So that's a karma in and of itself. Okay? And the evil way. Then those who are what I describe as a hypocrite with a forward mouth. You say something, but you can't back it up. Okay, let's go to Psalms 97 and 10. That's the book before Proverbs, okay? The book, just flip to the right, flip the pages towards the right. It's the book before Proverbs. And we're going to chapter 97 and verse 10. Okay. Ye that love the Lord hate evil. He preserveth the souls of his saints. He delivereth them out of the hand of the wicked. Ye that love the Lord hate evil. Well, what is evil? Okay, so it's a lot of things that needs to be defined, because sometimes you may think you know something and you realize that you don't. Okay, and we may be discussing this in the next session. Ye that love the Lord, you need to hate evil. This is a commandment. He preserveth the souls of his saints. He delivereth them out of the hand of the wicked. Well, that's already letting you know evil is wicked. Wicked people do evil. Okay? They are full of pride and arrogancy. Okay? They are full of a forward mouth. They are good at dissembling discord amongst the brethren. Okay? Let's go to Proverbs 10 and 12. And that's the book again. Flipping to the left. Okay, and back to Proverbs 10 and 12. And we in the Gill side. God is love. Okay, but in Proverbs 10 and 12, hatred stirs up strife. Hatred stirs up strife. But love covereth all sins. And I know that to be true. You may know that to be true. You've had a person or people to really do you wrong and treat you very, what we quote unquote, in an evil way, and somehow you're able to forgive, and look past the fault, especially when they ask for forgiveness, right? Because love does cover a multitude of wrongdoing. It really does. But hatred stirs up strife. It stirs up trouble. It causes battles. It causes mischief because of what's going on within them. Okay? There's a battle going on within the person that is full of hate. So oftentimes, what are they going to do? They're going to project it onto you. They're going to project it onto society. Because there's a lack of understanding. Somebody's been taught wrong. Somebody's been taught more hate than love. Somebody's mind is narrow. They feel that they can't love outside of a race. They can't love outside of a immediate family. They can't love outside of a nation, but you can. Love is universal. Okay? Just like hate is universal, love is universal. You can be whatever you want to be. But I will admit that you have to be taught. None of us coming in this world just knowing. We came in receiving information. Okay? So, this is the guild order. Now, I got a really interesting story we get ready to break down in regards to hatred. You know, because sometimes people feel they love you and then something shifts. And then it's like they don't love you no more. But my question is it really love? Okay, so we get ready to dabble in a story that's very interesting in the Old Testament here in 2 Samuel 13. Okay, 2 Samuel 13. So sit back, relax, and prepare for a great story that I am about to share with you. If you're not at that place yet, jot it down and read it later. And it came to pass after this that Absalom, the son of David, had a fair sister, and fair in other words is beautiful, whose name was Tamar. And Amnon, the son of David, loved her. And Amnon was so vexed that he fell sick for his sister Tamar, for she was a virgin. And Amnon thought it hard for him to do anything to her. Okay? Now, when I look at this, I'm like, is this love or is this lust? Because we need to be able to devise the two. Okay? Verse 3. But Amnon had a friend whose name was Jonadab. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Jonadab, the son of Shimeah, David's brother. And Jonadab was a very subtle man. And he said unto him, why art thou, being the king's son, lean from day to day? Wilt thou not tell me? And Amnon said unto him, I love Tamar, my brother Absalom's sister. And Jonadab said unto him, lay thee down on thy bed and make thyself sick. So now it's time to put on an act. That's the first mistake right there. Okay? Becoming cunning. So Jonadab said unto him, lay thee down on thy bed and make thyself sick. And when thy father cometh to see you, or thee, say unto him, I pray thee, let my sister Tamar come and give me meat, and dress the meat in my sight, that I may see it and eat at her hand. So Amnon lay down and made himself sick. And when the king was come to see him, Amnon said unto the king, I pray thee, let Tamar my sister come and make me a couple of cakes in my sight, that I may eat at her hand. Then David sent home to Tamar, saying, go now to thy brother Amnon's house and dress his meat. You know, that's your brother. Go on, it's cool. Go. He's asking for you. He needs you. You know, like most parents want brothers and sisters to be close enough when they need each other, they down for each other. They right there for each other. You see what I'm saying? Then David sent Tamar, saying, go down to thy brother's house and dress his meat. So Tamar went to her brother Amnon's house. And he said, lay down. And he was laid down. And she took flour and kneaded it and made cakes in his sight and did bake the cakes. coming out of love. You know, I'm getting ready to serve my brother. You know, he's sick. He needs me. That's special. That's very special. And she took a pan and poured them out before him. But he refused to eat. And Amnon said, have out all the men from me. Have out all the men. I want everybody out of my house. All the people out of my house. And they went out, every man from him. And Amnon said unto Tamar, bring the meat into the chamber, that I may eat of thy hand. And Tamar took the cakes which she had made, and brought them into the chamber to Amnon her brother. And when she had brought them unto him to eat, he took hold of her, and said unto her, come lie with me, my sister. And she answered him, nay, my brother, do not force me, for no such thing ought to be done in Israel. Do not thou this folly. Brother, what are you doing? Don't have me. I'm a virgin. Don't do this to me. Don't shame me. You know, there's a culture in effect here. And let me tell you something. And that culture is into this culture today. If that woman is raped, if she's molested, or anything like that, people tend to side with the man, even unto this day. And she answered him, nay, my brother, do not force me, for no such thing ought to be done in Israel. Do not thou this folly. And whether shall I cause my shame to go? She said, what I'm going to do with this shame? People going to be blaming me. I'm doing something out of love, and I'm getting ready to be hurt. But people are going to be blaming me. Women, wake up. And as for thee, thou shalt be as one of the fools in Israel. Yeah, you know, ain't nothing going to happen to you. You just be a fool and maybe cat. I don't know. But it's going to be a lot of shame for me. Now, therefore, I pray thee, speak unto the king, for he will not withhold me from you. Now, you can do this the right way. Just go ask the king, can we get together? Go ask the king for permission, for his blessing. You know, treat me right. Howbeit he would not hearken unto her. This is verse 14. Howbeit he would not hearken unto her voice. He wouldn't listen to her. But being stronger than her, forced her and lay with her. He raped her. That feeling was so overwhelming. You know, the Bible says the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. It was so overwhelming. He would not hear her. So you can't tell me that that was love. He thought it was love because of the way he felt. But love don't do this. Love will be patient and kind and honoring. He didn't love her. He was in lust with his sister. Whatever kind of sister that was. Okay. Then watch this in verse 15 though. He done raped this woman, his sister. And in 15, the audacity of him. Then Amnon hated her exceedingly. That's a lot of hate. So that the hatred wherewith he hated her was greater than the love, or what I would say, the lust, wherewith he had loved her. And Amnon said unto her, arise and be gone. Now he done tossed her like trash. Okay? And she said unto him, there is no cause. This evil in sending me away is greater than the other than thou didst unto me. But he would not hearken unto her. He would listen to her. He done did something very shameful. Now, just that quick, he went from his so-called loving feelings into full-blown hatred. And I understand why. Because his conscience. He knew. He knew it was he knew there was karma behind that. Really, is the secret gonna get out? That's where it's coming from. So quick. How we change when we don't get our way, or when we do something that's so improper Now we projecting our bad behavior onto an innocent person. Think about that for a moment. This is coming from somebody you would trust. All right? So let's go into the cool gel side. We're going to go to Luke 14 and 26. We're going to the New Testament. That's Luke 14 and verse 26. If you don't have time to find it, that's fine. Just write it down and study it later. Luke 14 and 26. Now this is coming from Jesus, Jesus. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brother and sister, ye and your own life also, he cannot be my disciple. Now we discussed this in the last session. Like Jesus, like if you don't hate where did that come from? Because just in Matthew 5, you was teaching love in verses 43 through 44. Let's go to that real quick. Ye have heard that it has been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thy enemy. But he leveled up on it. Okay? It's not just a common physical law anymore. It becomes the law of the spirit. He says, but I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. But over here in Luke, somehow, his whole attitude changed, right? His whole attitude changed. Let's look at Ecclesiastes 3 and 8. Go back to the Old Testament. Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes. All these books are kind of close together, okay? So after Proverbs, Ecclesiastes. And we're going to go to chapter 3 and verse 8. And I love Ecclesiastes because it breaks down the laws of nature, the laws of life. And verse 8 says, a time to love, a time to hate, a time for war, and a time of peace. Who's really setting the stage when we're dealing with time? Because it's a lesson to be learned. It has to exist in order for you to appreciate, to know what the opposite is. Remember, Paul said all things are permissible, but are all things edifying? Is it doing any good? Is it promoting? Is it progressing? Is it making things better in life? That's why laws come into being. Laws are necessary. Don't mean they're the truth, but they can be necessary. Especially when we're harming one another. Because to me, the only real crime is when you harm another person. Physically and financially. That's when you need to be serving time. Anything else can be dealt with. But that's a different kind of wrong. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to close out on Psalms 139, 21, and 22. Just go back a couple of books. And we're going to do verses 21 and 22. Again, another attitude about hate. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate you or thee. And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee. I hate them with a perfect hatred. I count them my enemies. This is David talking. You know, the one Tamar's father that we just read about, whose son just raped her, who went from all of this so-called love to an instant hate. Why? Because he knew he had did something wrong and it needed to be covered up. It was in his conscience. It may not be written, but I know. I know. Okay? So we're dealing with hate. And it says in Ecclesiastes 3, it's a time for everything. I wonder why it's a time for hate. In my experience, hatred has taught me a lot about myself. So the Most High may send you an enemy to elevate you so you can look in your own mirror, so you can see the weaknesses in yourself to see where it is where you need to improve. Because maybe you didn't never know hate. Now you have to know a little hate, even within yourself, to know which side of the fence is better for you in your walk in this life, on your journey, on your path to your higher consciousness, to your higher self. Okay? So again, even though this is the climax for the subject of hate, I'm still urging you to do the assignment and come up with a backronym. Find your own meaning for hate. What does it really mean to you? Having angst, hostile attitude towards entitlement. Because at the end of the day, hate, as far as I'm concerned, has a lot to do with somebody feeling entitled. And I'm going to leave it here until the next lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to support the station. Give some thumbs, some likes, share with your friends. This is a very necessary message, and I hope to see you for the next one. But until then, I pray that truth be your happiness and your healing. Hey, what's up, Crown and Glory? Welcome back to the Soul Station here with the Spirit for a monthly forecast. Yes, I am very much behind. My family celebrated a homegoing. My nephew passed on the 28th of September, 4 days later after my mom's first year anniversary. So for those truth seekers who are really living in divine light, I ask for your prayers for my sister, for my oldest nephew mostly, and for me and the rest of the family, a host of friends that he had. Just keep us in your prayers, please. And we're going to go ahead and get started with your monthly, because the lesson went like much longer than I had expected. Okay, so she's already given you your internal all over energy. We won't be using the crazy eights or the actual planetary cards. We're going to use the houses for this month. And you have the Virgo moon is your external energy. Your internal energy, your underall energy is coming out of the midhaven. Okay, so let's I got my magnifier. Hold just a second. So when it comes to your internal all over energy for the month of October, qualities of the Virgo moon are intelligence, responsibility, and communication. You execute everything with great care. You are a deep thinker this month who enjoys good discussions and fact finding, even if you have to dig all night long. You have a natural connection with the earth and animals. Your energy is logical and industrious. You are knowledgeable and informed. You learn lessons from everything you experience and then make improvements in your life. Your thoughts are comprehensive. You are meticulous. Your meticulous range of knowledge provides valuable archives of information for the benefit of others. Okay, now your overall underlying energy or external energy is coming out of the 10th house, midhaven, and your 10th house is Capricorn, or it's the 10th house from your sign, which would be, let's see, you Leo, so it would be Cancer, I think Gemini. Okay, so the midheaven is located in the 10th house in your natal chart. So this, I think, is Gemini. It represents your ambition, aspirations, public status, and life goals during your adult years. The MC provides a subtle yet important understanding of the essence of your character. The qualities of the MC or the midhaven describes your sense of purpose and contribution regarding your career and life accomplishments. The level of success and fulfillment you may achieve relates to the zodiac sign represented in your 10th house. And we also know that Gemini deals a lot with legalities, drafts, things of that nature. Okay, even your better half So you may be dealing with partnership as well when it comes to this 10th house midhaven. I do believe it's Gemini. Gemini, Cancer, yes, yes. So it would be Gemini, okay? So you may want to also study that. Gemini and Virgo have very similar traits to me because they are ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the planet of great communication. It's also, I consider it a planet of repair or reparation, okay? So let's go ahead and move on to your moon energies, and let's see what's going on there, internal and externally. How will your moods be, okay, or what's phasing in and out for the month of October? You have the moon in Aries, just like I think Gemini has, and then you, guess what? You can't, I think some of you may have that strongly aspected in your chart. Virgo is probably very aspected in somebody's chart, but for your internal all over energy, they're asking you to remain sensitive. This is the great mother talking to you. Remain sensitive to others to avoid confrontation, okay? You got to understand, you know, you got to step outside yourself, okay? You got to step outside yourself and not be so concerned with being understood, but your growth comes from stepping outside yourself and understanding others. Whether you agree with it or not, whether you like it or not, an understanding is everything, okay? So underneath all this energy and action and external energy, you are still very deep in Virgo energy. Issues surrounding health and exercise may come to the fore. You need to focus on your physical well-being. To me, physical well-being starts with your mind. So make sure your mental health comes first. Okay? You have a nickel status read for this month. So you're going to be using, I think, 7 stacks. Yeah, 7 stacks. So we're going to go ahead and do a ruins for you for this month of October. This is kind of going to give you a direction of where your fortune lies, you know. Hopefully it's something that you want to hear. EWAS, okay? It's not unheard of. It's been in another chart before. EWAS. EWAS says transportation may represent a horse, car, plane, boat, or other vehicle. Movement and change for the better. Look like an M, don't it? Mr., Miss, Ms., and Mrs. Okay. So EWAS, okay? Transportation is the main factor here for the month of October. It may represent a horse, wherever you live in. Maybe you're a farmer, a car, a plane, a boat. Maybe you plane, a boat, you're traveling, or other vehicle. Movement and change for the better. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of stuff I like to hear when I come into the soul station. Still spirit vibes, okay? It'll always be spirit vibes, okay? It's always spirit vibing in the house. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pull your cards and see what's going on with that. I think you do. And we ain't gonna worry about it anyway. You're off to a good start. Let's see what's going on for the month of October, dear source. What message do you want me to relay to Crown and Glory for the month of October? There's one. That's your old already. Well, I told you, Gemini. Gemini house is very much expected in your events this month, okay? Your core energy, Wheel of Fortune, things are changing, right? Just as it said, can't fabricate it. Expect the Page of Swords. You have the Ten of Swords in reverse this month. That is awesome. But you have an outcome of the Tower. Conflict and or challenge, supportive, blessed energies will get to. Underlining all of that is Miss Queen of Pentacles. Now, this could be wifey, baby mama, okay? It could even be your mother. I don't know how old you are. We have young mothers. But this is the manager, the planner, okay? This could be about the event. This could be in regards to this transportation, okay? This is somebody who contemplates prior to making moves. Now, I can't necessarily say that all Queen of Pentacles, particularly like stay-home moms, I'm not I suggest it, but I can't say that they all, write things down. But they do take account of what it is that needs to be done, that needs to be paid. She's in the upright, so I see her as being responsible. Okay, making sure that the home is taken care of. This may be important in terms of work. You know what I'm saying? Getting around. This is very necessary. Maybe this is about a trip that you're planning that's very necessary, okay? Because it says a change for the better, okay? And I see that, didn't I say something about partnership, your other half? I really feel like that's major this month. Maybe they're going to play a role in this purchase or with this trip. Maybe this is a getaway, perhaps. You need some time alone. For some of you, this could definitely be a very new connection, a brand new connection, okay, that just comes out of nowhere. And I know that it's true for somebody because I have the shock here, okay? This divine partnership that's going to bring some type of trouble. I don't know if it's trouble in the marriage, is it trouble in the relationship, or what you would call a wifey. Will it bring trouble in your community? But it always brings a little bit of conflict when you're dealing with this divine connection that's necessary. Something gets resolved, something gets done. It's growth involved in this. That's why you have to be together. It's necessary because when it involves you, only you two can make it happen. Only you two can help the change. Okay, this is divine. It is said that this was agreed upon even before you came to this earth. It's based on, goodwill. Okay, your energy is in goodwill. It could be about a big wheel, like a big ass truck. I don't know, but this could be some really good fortune here coming your way. Okay, I don't know if you're trying to make this happen or if it's just coming to you, because there is a lot of shock here, things that catch you off guard that she's moving this over here. If this may have already happened, this connection, and it's making things more beautiful. It's bringing about a change, okay? This could be your better half as well. This divine connection could be a sibling as well, okay? They're really good at helping. But I feel like this is more of your soulmate. It could even be your twin flame. Okay, I don't really talk about twin flames because I need to give lessons on twin flames. Too many people is throwing this around, confusing the public, and you're going to have a lot of people thinking they're in a twin flame relationship. They are rare. They are very rare. Most people don't get them. Most people, they come into a twin flame relationship, need to know that generally your life cycle is complete. Okay? And that could be it. Your life cycle could be complete in this lifetime. A complete life cycle, meaning you have lived all your lives. You got to come back to this hell no more. Okay? So when it comes to your February events, I see you doing your research, looking into stuff, gathering information. This could be about this vehicle. It could be about twin flames. You be careful with the information that you get. You really need to consult with someone that's been through it, who knows all about these karmic relationships that have to be experienced, okay? I see this could be you or someone else, gathering information. This could be getting information about your credit, your background, before they give you this loan, before they give you this vehicle, which makes sense, right? You're trying to push through. Something has come through. I don't know what it is, but a major change has happened. It is coming from your efforts of pushing through challenges, obstacles, okay, chaos and trouble. Here you are pushing through, and now you know what to do. You know what to look into. You have an idea, and you're gonna just go on and do it. You're just gonna go on and do it. And it comes by surprise. How you get it done, you may be surprised how it happens. It's like you're just gonna do it. Maybe you hear something, you say, okay, I'm gonna see if that's really works. I'm going to see if I can make it happen. Let's find out the reason for this Ten of Swords reverse. I like the Ten of Swords reverse because this is refuge, okay? This is like God sending you the help you need. Again, it could come out of this divine connection here, okay? This, unbeknownst to you, when I say instant, you know instantly. This is instantly, you know, this person is like an attraction, okay? It's without a doubt. It cannot be denied, okay? And why wouldn't the source make it like that? Because if you weren't attracted to it instantly with that strong pull, they know you wouldn't be affected. They couldn't get anything done, right? Okay, so what's the reason for this? Pushing through based on this wheel of fortune, this good fortune, or this could definitely be some type of vehicle. But when I see the wheel of fortune as a vehicle, it's really, really big, like big. You know how people have them big ass SUVs, or it could represent something as big as like a fire truck. Okay, coming to the rescue. The wheel of fortune is also rescue. Okay, so the reason for this pushing through this challenge based on this wheel of fortune, this major change, which could definitely come out of this connection, is the artist card and the Five of Cups. When somebody's really been focusing on what they love, their craft, their arts, building a business, they may have a lot of different things that they do. This person is very attentive to what they love, and I think there's been some type of separation here, okay? And that's why you're pushing through and trying to make things happen, okay? Maybe you want to get their attention. Maybe you want this to be wifey. I don't know, but this is the person, maybe this is the person underneath who's really good at managing things, managing the money, managing the home, managing business, taking care. This person minds their business. Everything that they do is done with love. Okay, their signature is on it. They want whatever it is that they're producing, that they're handing to the world, it will not be half-assed done. But there's some sadness here. There's some separation here. Okay, there's some going through here. Now this could be you. Okay, this could be you. It's number 8. Leo's in the 8th month. Most of you 7th, 8th month, and there's been some disappointment, some separation, and you've been really focusing on trying to build your own personal empire, okay? I'm hearing the word immaculate, okay? And this is why you have to push through. You got to keep going. You got to force your change, and you have to kind of go get your good luck. You got to go get, I got to go get my good fortune. I got to go do this. I got to push through. And I know what this is about. I definitely can identify with what I'm feeling right now when it comes to you, but you're going to be absolutely shocked in the outcome, okay, this month from these actions that are being taken. Again, here it is. Conflict and a challenge is this 8 of Pentacles, okay, which is a lot like the 8 of Hearts to me here, okay? And to me, this is like recording what you're doing, the things that you do, okay? This is pen and paper here, okay? The things that you're writing down, the things that you are recording. I don't know why that would be a conflict for you. It's like you're trying to line up what it is that you have to do, your responsibilities. I don't know if it's from day to day, you know, note-taking. I'm also seeing an oracle here. And it's got a lot to do with creativity, the beginning of creativity, okay? But it's a conflict for some reason. Maybe it's due to this change. I'm also hearing premiere. So I don't know if this could be premieres, like premieres on TV, on YouTube. It's a conflict though. This may be new to you. It's something about being complete. It's something about being in the center, the middle, the center. I don't know if you were the middle child or something in the middle needs to be completed. Because it's like you have everything, but it's a conflict. I don't know if it's how to draw the line with this information, how to draw the line with what you're creating, how to draw the line with what you're writing down or what you're trying to bookkeeping. It's something here based on a major change. Did somebody change it up on you? I don't know. That's the conflict and a challenge. But what's going to help you is the King of Cups. Okay, King of Cups energies, cool, calm, and collected. Okay, King of Cups to me also is the father figure. Okay, I'm also hearing cake. If you're a baker, I don't know if you're trying to come up with different recipes here. Okay, these could be recipes that you're trying to come up with. All right. Whatever it is, the center one is complete. It's like maybe you have all the ingredients, you have everything you need to know in how to make something happen. But this King of Cups, it's going to be a father figure as well. It's going to be your blessing. It's going to be supportive to you. Some of you, this is about baking. Delicatessens. Am I saying that right? Delicacies. Delis. I'm getting delis. Some of you, this can definitely be about a job that's on, on the waters or at sea. Okay. But it's definitely about getting your provision. Remember, getting what you need. And here she is, the responsible wife. Okay. Mommy, baby mama, taking care of everything that needs to be done. And here is the support. Maybe you're supporting her is the key. Okay. Riding the waves as well. I'm hearing will help you going with the flow, riding the waves, going with it. Okay, whether it's in conversation, whether it's in action, going with it. If baby mama said this is necessary, you may need to go with it. Okay, you may need to lean on her instincts and intuitions right now. She's the homemaker, so or maybe this is you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's masculine, feminine energy. And this is about balance as well, balancing the bills. Okay? You got home. Some of you, maybe you have business as well. It needs to be balanced. Everything needs to be provided for. And this energy here, whether going with the waves, taking this position on sea or on the water, or these delicacies, delis, anything that has to do with foods, bakeries, or something is going to help you out. Maybe this is fundraising, okay, for your projects, for your business, okay, for whatever it is that it's going to leave you very surprised in the outcome when it comes to work, money, and romance. 2222, I just saw that on the phone, so let's go ahead and sum this up. I'm not going to keep you long because that the last lesson was much longer than, well, I've kind of figured it would be that long, but it was a longer lesson, okay? But it was good, okay? Then I tell you, and presenting, okay? Or maybe this is definitely a gift, all right? A real gift. Maybe it's coming from you. Maybe it's coming to you. Okay, maybe it's a gift from the universe. I don't know, but that's what's summing it up. Or it's some presentation, online presentation, okay? That, like I'm hearing premieres, like I do premieres. So maybe that's the issue here. I don't know. But I feel like it's a gift. Even if that's, like this is a gift. Nobody pays me for what I do. I have yet to get a donation for my work. It's a gift. You know what I'm saying? When somebody help you through life, it's always a gift when they give you the keys to walking in water. So let's go ahead and sum it up with a spirit vibe, oracle message. And please, if you like this video, and even if you didn't, please support it by giving some type of thumbs. Thank you so much. Okay, it's too many. Something else is coming through. All right, so I just need one. For crowning glory for this month, October. What is your message? What is your oracle message for this month? Slim Shady, okay. I don't know where that's coming from. Somebody may be a little shady. Then I tell you had to push through. Someone's coming through on this Wheel of Fortune. Sometimes I feel like the Wheel of Fortune can be a nag. It could be something outside of you, but it's going to work for you because it's the Wheel of Fortune. You may feel like it's a challenge, but it's going to initially work for you, okay? Maybe it's got something to do with when things arrive, maybe kind of getting dusk outside. You just kind of see the sky here. Maybe a little dusk out, maybe a little shady outside, maybe a little cool. I don't know, but I'm going to leave it on that note. And I want to thank you so much for tuning into the Soul Station once again for a monthly forecast. You know, I can't wait to bring you the next one. Hopefully I will in a couple of weeks. But until then, find a glory, take care of yourself, support the channel, and we'll talk hotel.